And another domino falls. Multiple reports now indicating that the Dolphins will be hiring 49ers offensive coordinator Mike McDaniel to be the team's next head coach. We kind of had a clue it was moving in this direction when the 49ers hired Anthony Lynn.
Yeah.
It's like, wait a minute. Why do you need Anthony Lynn?
Right.
You got an offensive coordinator. Oh, okay.
Right.
And
Anthony Lynn's run game kind of specialist. That's what McDaniel was for the 49ers and Shanahan. Yes.
It was down to Mike McDaniel and Cowboys offensive coordinator Kellen Moore. So it works out perfectly for Jerry Jones. He keeps his defensive coordinator, keeps his offensive coordinator, obviously he keeps his head coach. But Mike McDaniel making the jump from the 49ers to the Dolphins as Kyle Shanahan sprouts another branch on his coaching tree.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And Mike McDaniel, good for him. I'm happy for him. This is a well-deserved opportunity. Again, just like we've seen so many young head coaches, him, yes, working under Shanahan, been a loyal soldier for a long, long time. You talk so much about, hey, yeah, we know this is the new thing. Owners want the young and up-and-coming, smart offensive mind. Hey, Mike McDaniel, just for everybody out there also, he is a minority hire, right? He's African-American. It's the lightest. He's very light-skinned. I know a lot of people didn't know that. I knew Mike McDaniel for 4 years and did not realize he was African-American.
Multiracial is how it was characterized, but it counts
yes.
as a minority hire. And that now matters as it relates to
the NFL.
For the second straight year, the 49ers are going to pick up compensatory draft picks.
Right.
Supplemental draft picks as a result of this promotion that McDaniel has earned given his time working with Kyle Shanahan, just like with Robert Saleh going to the Jets last year.
Right. Yeah, it's great for Shanahan that way. He's got a lot of diversity in his coaching staff. To me, he's got one of the best defensive coordinators in football, too, and D'Amico Ryans, who's an African-American. But more specifically on McDaniel, Mike, excited, one, again, know the guy, know him, yes, personally, know him more from the great things Kyle Shanahan has always said about him. He's an extension of Kyle. He's a brilliant person. He's Ivy League background. He's an outside-the-box thinker. He's detailed. And to me, Mike, where he separates himself a little bit is just like Kyle in the fact that, yes, in the NFL we're in right now, almost every offensive coordinator, offensive head coach, whatever, when they sit down to start their game planning for the week, they start through, let me find passes to screw over the defense. And Shanahan and McDaniel are different in the fact that they go, no, let me find running plays that screw over the defense, and then we'll build off of that. And I think, of course, gives them an advantage that they see the offense and the game through that lens. It makes it harder on defenders or defensive coaches to kind of figure out what the approach is going to be on a week-to-week basis. But he's got a great young energy, and I think it's going to be good for the Dolphins.
Based on what you know of Mike McDaniel.
Yes.
How will he feel about working with
Tua?
Quarterback Tua Tagovailoa.
Right. To me, it sounds like you almost had to be all in on Tua to want this job. That's why Brian Daboll was considered such a strong, candidate, I think, at first, because he worked with Tua at college at Alabama.
I don't buy that, though. I think that was when they were in the mode of
maybe
we can't come off as dysfunctional. We're going to blame everything that went wrong with Tua on Brian Flores. And once we get a new coach, then it could all change.
Right.
And I think Deshaun Watson continues to be in play for the Dolphins. Maybe that's the other way to put it. And I'm sorry I interrupted you.
No, it's all right.
But not just Mike McDaniel with Tua. How will Mike McDaniel feel about the possibility of Deshaun Watson becoming a Dolphin, and which of the two do you think he'd prefer?
Well, I don't think anybody that evaluates football would take Tua over Deshaun Watson. And I'm not trying to be Deshaun Watson, when playing and hitting on all cylinders, is one of the 5, 6, 7 best players in the NFL. So I do think he would take that. But I think where it's also good, Mike, the 49ers are rare what we've seen the last 3 years. 2 out of the last 3 years, 2 NFC championship games, 1 Super Bowl appearance, where again, they're built through team and they're not quarterback centric. They show you they can compete without their quarterback having to be a star or kind of carry the squad. And I think that's the good thing about Mike McDaniel, I think, with the Dolphins and Tua, is he'll formulate an offense that'll go, wait, it'll be through the run, and I'll figure out ways to do things that make sense for you. I did this with Jimmy Garoppolo. We know he has his limitations at quarterback. Well, Tua at least is a better athlete than Jimmy G, and will be able to run boots and things like that where they can move the quarterback. So I think within that, too, you're getting a head coach that it doesn't need a star quarterback to make offense work, and I think that was probably something that jumped out to Stephen Ross and company down there.
More 3-yard passes.
More 3-yard passes, right.
3-yard passes.
Well, listen, you saw Jimmy G. What was his touchdown pass? One of them screened to Deebo Samuel. He had a nice one to Kittle, I know that. But, yes, they find a lot of ways to give him easy completions and let guys do work after the catch.
By the way, if you're watching the show on Monday morning on Peacock, first of all, thank you. Second of all, you know it's now official. It's probably even more official because we just got word as of 6:23 p.m. Eastern on Sunday that it has been announced by the Dolphins that McDaniel is the next coach.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.